Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, and the house has been built by guys from Boomer to Dig. Home to the Maryland Terrapins, where the fans are eager to welcome visitors into the shell. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a team from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, home of the Maryland Terrapins. Fans have been eager for this clash coming up in what some affectionately refer to as the Snake Pit. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Owls' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will have the football first. And here it comes for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either, David.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Now, everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He's got it. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Owls offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Wide open spaces. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. From the gun, give on the inside. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. From the gun on third down. He's got it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on third and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up first and goal.
The Owls trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. On the run, it's Ray. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get higher.
No, and in the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds. And then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Back to throw, it's Washington. A strike downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Terrapins with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And a really nice job on that last one, picking up the 1st down.
Pulls it in. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. To throw, it's Washington. Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Kick comes up a little short, and now he's thinking kick 6.
And I love that the field goal block unit was prepared. They had a guy back deep. They understood it was a long field goal. And, Jesse, how about making a play as a field goal kick team, basically a kickoff team going and making a tackle?
Yeah, they were saying, we're not doing kick 6. This isn't Auburn, Alabama back in the day. And the big fellas up front, it's the offensive linemen that have to get out there and make a tackle. You're right, that was impressive.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Got it behind the line. It's Henry. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the Owls are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 30. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Ray. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Dropping back, it's Washington. Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up fourth down.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. Off the RPO, complete. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Give to the running back. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
He'll get rid of it. He's got it all the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. And the Terrapins have this offense rolling. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The quick out. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. Florida Atlantic races to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. They've got the screen set up. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The Owls are at the line looking to convert on third and short. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Running to the left. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it at the 30 and still running. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a top 5 battle with enormous ramifications all across football. Here's the latest. Ohio State is just getting blown off the field right now in Columbus, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Ben.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red.
There he goes! And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Henry. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Henry. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complimenting.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Washington. Quarterback extends the play. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. And this one splits the uprights. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
How big was that? Kicking the field goal to tie the game going into halftime, and you just sent a message to your opponent. There's a lot of ball left. We've got a lot of juice left in the tank. This game could go any way here in this last half.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys